Take me out to left field. Give me a shot of Fireball. Give me some high fives from Mark Pena and a hug from Jeff Cross as we stand on top of the tables. Hearing the horns, that's a blast. For it's 1, 2, 3 shots from the cannon with the ladies of left field.
Hey, y'all, it's game time with the ladies of left field. You have Casey, Katie, Jordan, the usual suspects here today after our fun adventure in left field this weekend. We got a whole bunch of fun stuff to report on between baseball, softball, beating rivals, basketball, women's basketball being great. So I'll get into it. I'm going to kick it off since I have a not hoops related hot girl headline, but the men's swimming and diving team won the 2026 national championship. This will be back to back for them. Isn't that so cool? It's like Eddie Reese retired, and I was kind of like, maybe, but I mean, it's just, they're fine. They're perfect.
They're just dominant. It's amazing.
So back to back, this is the 17th national championship for the men's swimming and diving team, which unsurprisingly is the most of any program. I was trying to look, there's actually not a database just to see if that's, I'm sure it's not, but I was wondering if that is the most by an individual Division I program, like regardless of sport, if that is one of the most dominant programs. Yeah.
I would
do some more research.
Yeah.
Because, 17 national titles.
Yeah. That just seems like unbeatable. Like that's amazing. Right. So dominant for sure.
So I'll do some Googling. I might be able to report back on that next week, but I couldn't find it. Hubert Kos, one of our Hungarian swimmers, had a record-breaking swim in the 200 backstroke. He broke like his own record that he'd already set. And fun little fact from that, Texas has won at least one national championship for 11 straight years in one of our sports. Yeah. So
yeah, it was a hell of a weekend for us.
Right?
It was a really big weekend to be a Longhorn. It was fun.
Yeah.
I think we won pretty much across the board. Except our men's basketball team played a heck of a game against Purdue.
So close. Close.
It was a heartbreaker, but I was just so proud of that run, man. I never thought that team would make it that far and then be really competitive against Purdue. They really should have, maybe could have won that game. So
it was down to the wire. I was impressed. That's very good. Yeah. You bummed in the moment, but that's crazy to think that they made it that far.
Totally. All right. Yeah. Go. Men's swimming and diving, always amazing. All right, I'm going to go to basketball since we're talking about our UT men's team and talk about the teams that are still in the Final Four. So the Final Four is set. If you had these four in your bracket, you might be a winner because some of these are not anticipated. All right, so we got UConn, and I'll come back to that game because that UConn Duke game was wild. Insane. I think Forrest is probably still ruined over that Duke loss and the way it happened. I asked Mark, I was like, have you checked on Forrest?
Oh, that's nice of you. I didn't even do a wellness check. I probably should have.
Yeah.
Oops.
So we got UConn, Arizona, which was expected, Michigan, kind of expected, and Illinois. So again, not like all expected. So, and let's get back to this UConn game. So, Duke is up the whole game, y'all, the whole game, dominating. And then UConn overcomes a 19-point first half deficit. Duke was beating them by 19 points. That's wild. And then UConn comes back, fights back. Last second, Duke passes the ball in. The UConn guy kind of tips it in the air. UConn gets it. They throw it to this freshman, Braylon Mullins. And literally he takes a couple of dribbles and shoots a 35-foot game-winning three-point shot. So UConn was down by 2. So they hit this 3 with 0.4 seconds remaining and he makes it. And UConn wins by a point, beats Duke. That is like buzzer beater. That's the reason why the tournament is cool. And again, I'm not a huge Duke fan. I think it's tough when you're winning the whole game and you are kind of clearly the better team. But then, man, you still give it up and you lose. So sorry, Forrest, and sorry.
You got to play.
Got to play the whole game.
And they didn't have to, there was like 10 seconds left on that inbound play, right? Like they didn't have to yeet it across the court, right?
No,
they could have just tried to run the clock out.
The Duke player like threw a baseball pass, which was weird. And I mean, I was like, run a play, dude, like run an inbounds play. So,
oh my goodness.
I don't know, man, but there you go. So UConn is in the Final Four. Arizona has just been dominant. I mean, really dominant throughout the whole tournament. I mean, throughout the whole season. But the funny thing is, I mean, you think about Arizona being like a pretty typical basketball powerhouse, but they reached their first Final Four in 25 years.
What?
Yes, Jordan. This is Arizona. First, right? It is. First Final Four in 25 years. So, and they totally dominated Purdue. So Purdue beat us. They went on to play Arizona. And Purdue got beat up. The final score was 79-64. So, Texas fans should feel better because even if we beat Purdue, I think we would have gotten slaughtered by Arizona. So
we would not have gone well afterwards.
No.
Okay. Oh man.
And then Michigan has been top seeded and they annihilated Tennessee. Man, I was like, kind of like, okay, Rick Barnes, do your thing. And then Tennessee just got dominated by Michigan. It was 95-62, and it was like never close. Also, fun fact, that was the largest margin of victory in a regional final in 37 years.
Good
That's an
Lord.
embarrassing fact.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, way. You get to go in the record books for that.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
We're getting completely beat up. And then last but not least is Illinois. So we have Illinois. They easily defeated Iowa 71-59. And this is their first Final Four since 2005. So,
okay.
There you go. And again, so it'll be fun to watch. The games are on Saturday, which is kind of cool. So,
I was going to ask, what are the matchups? It's UConn, Arizona, Michigan, Illinois?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I looked it up earlier.
That just could get interesting. Two of the people at the dog park. One of my friends is a big UConn fan, and it's Illinois UConn. Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say it's Illinois UConn. It's Illinois UConn at 5 p.m. Central Time, 5:09, and then it's Michigan Arizona at like 7:50.
Okay.
They're both fun Saturday night games, which is kind of cool. Something to do. Yeah.
I was just laughing. It was my one friend's a UConn, and there's a person that we've seen that's come quite a bit that is an Illinois fan. And we were all talking about March Madness, and she just chimed in. She's like, just wanted to rep for my Illini.
Oh, there you go.
Like, okay, good luck, I guess.
Yeah. Now they're playing each other. There you go.
Should be interesting. Oh boy. Yeah.
I don't think many people had UConn and Illinois. So I think if you had them in your bracket, you could be looking good. I know I sure did not. So there you go.
No, I got the email with the update, and it has a little ice cube next to mine. I'm cooked. I am done.
You're cooked. You are cold. You are officially cold.
I am so cold.
All right, Kay. So tell us about your hot girl headline. I know you're going to tell us all about the women's basketball tournament.
Yes. So the Texas women's basketball team is headed to their second consecutive Final Four. As we had talked about a few weeks ago, and the whole thing, like bracket-wise stuff, the women's bracket does end up being with all 4 number 1 seeds making it into the Final Four. And I believe I've heard that that's the exact same teams that were in there last year.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So from a perspective of that, you've got women's basketball is getting, more and more popular, and teams are coming along, but you still have these ones that are kind of dominant. I guess it's, their players are staying, et cetera, who knows, that kind of thing. But our Longhorns have been extremely dominant throughout the NCAA tournament. I mean, they were really on a roll in the SEC tournament, but in the March Madness NCAA tournament, they have been dominating. The first 2 rounds, they won by 42 points. They won by 22 points versus Kentucky, and then 36 points against number 2 seed Michigan on Monday night to then, of course, advance to the Final Four. So the defense has been suffocating, just all that kind of stuff. And then anyway, and I've also, the whole team is contributing. So that's a big plus for, the Longhorns as a whole. And on the Monday night game, it was interesting because even though we scored a lot of points, Jordan Lee, she was taking baskets, but she wasn't making anything. It was like she had good shots and all that kind of stuff. So my hope was like, okay, that's fine because everybody else was doing good. I thought it was awesome when Sarah Graves got in and she made that 3-pointer. It was like, oh my gosh. And her I love that. I mean, I am more entertained. I mean, I do love our team, but I love to watch her on the sidelines when they have the camera to where you can see her. She is hilarious. I mean, she is all in, and I mean, just a great representation of what a teammate means. I mean, she's really, really smart. She's on some kind of business council.
Oh, really? Cool.
She's like one of the only like student athletes. I mean, there's legit business people that are on this like sports business council thing at UT. So she's very very well rounded. Great. Looks like she's perfect representation of our program.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love watching her too. I thought that was great. And then she like got the ball, knocked down that 3, and then she was like, I got ice in my veins, that whole thing. And she was just hyped too. She's like, let's go. And her parents in the audience were so, and they were so fired up.
And just how the whole, the fan base that has followed all them and then that loves her, they're chanting her name and, she gets a louder yell for coming off the bench. I mean, it's like everybody goes crazy. It's great.
Yeah. I know our team is just dominating though. Like you said, it's really fun to watch. And then I watched the start of that TCU South Carolina game and TCU went up on them quick. And I was like kind of excited. And then South Carolina, of course, came back and dominated. But I was like, all right, that's fine. But it'll be a good Final Four for the women as well. I mean, it'll be super competitive. So
I was kind of talking about it with some coworkers at work, and I was saying how I was like, the announcers even kind of across the board that I heard, they're really talking up Texas, and I'm kind of like, okay, no, just slow your roll. Let's not get. I don't want them hearing any of this. We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. It's fun to watch.
So, in the Final Four, the women will play on Friday night. They're playing the second game, so they're staying around 8:30 our time, and then winners of the 2 Friday games will play on Easter Sunday.
Okay, good stuff. All right. Well, next, should we move on to our fun baseball weekend that we had? Jordan was in town. We had a good time. We ate some good food at El Chile and Cisco's. Then did you guys go to Cruz Teca on Sunday?
Yes, we did go to Cruz Teca, and I got to go to Moderna. So that food there, both places was great. Awesome. It was nice to see a couple of the restaurants I keep hearing about on the March Madness bracket.
Yes.
or Shelly and Jody talk about them all the time. So it's nice to go to a couple.
Yeah. When you get some adjacent food connections in you. But man, Thursday was super fun and easy. It was a lovely game because I had school on Friday. So I was thinking PJ and I would go just for like maybe the first half. And then we were so dominant and the game was just flying. So if you don't know, we won easily 14-0. We ruled them in the 7th inning. So I was like, well, I might as well stay and finish the game and go ahead and give Mark a ride home instead of making him take an Uber. So, that was great. What else happened in that game, Jordan? What else was good?
That was a fun one. I was telling you before we recorded, full disclosure, I started and then it got out of hand. And so I was just kind of catching up with people after like the 3rd inning or something. But Ruger went to complete. It's considered the complete game. All 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, 6 hits, no runs. I thought it was cool that all the batters in the starting lineup got at least 1 hit.
That is very cool. That is like crazy production. That's awesome.
I think the five was either 17 or 19 hits that game.
Wow.
But who was it? Aiden, Casey, and Temo all had 3 hits each. So started off the series strong, which was awesome.
Very strong.
14-0. What else are you going to say? They just looked good.
And Ruger, like you said, Ruger just killed it. He was like, had all kinds of swagger and all kinds of personality out there on the mound too, like sticking his tongue out and having a good time. It makes sense. I mean, he did, 8 strikeouts, just killed it. Only 6 hits, no runs for the Sooners. So we love that. Also a little fun that PJ Pena got really into baseball on Thursday. she decided to pick up keeping scorekeeping on the paper scorecard that they hand to you sometimes if you ask for them at the ball game. And all of a sudden, I don't know, it was just sitting on the picnic table. I don't even know who brought it there. And so she's like, what is this? And I was like, oh, you can keep score. And Jody Wynn was right there next to her. And she's like, Jody's like, let's learn how. So of course, the wonderful Logan that stands right behind us, we were like, we know who knows how to keep score. Logan, no doubt in our minds. So Logan got the scorecard ready. He wrote the lineups on it for them and did a little tutorial on how you keep the score. I'll say, I mean, PJ and Jody did simplify it some. Because you can get you can do balls and strikes and you can get like super technical on a scorecard.
Yeah. No, I do very bare bones.
Yeah. But I mean, they still track like who was on base and like what they hit and all kinds of good stuff and runs and outs. And so it was fun. And PJ stayed highly engaged in this thing the entire game, y'all.
I mean,
start to finish. And then Friday morning, she's like, hey, text Cindy to go inside and give me one of those scorecards again. Or on Friday, excuse me. It's all weird with the Thursday, Friday, Saturday series.
Yeah.
But so Cindy was like, I got it. And so same thing, man. She came out on Friday and kept score the entire time and loved it. And that was really fun. So I think it also now she's like knows all the players, knows their first names, last names, numbers, what they look like. And we were driving by the baseball stadium and facility on our way home yesterday from school. And all of a sudden I didn't even see him. She's like, oh, hey, there's Carson Tenney, Aiden Robbins, and Ruger.
I love it.
And I was
That's so awesome.
That's hilarious. And I was like, she's like, yeah, that's them. I was like, wasn't me that recognized him. It was all her. So anyways. Yeah, so I think that baseball scorekeeping will stick. So that was fun as well.
I love this for her. I also love that it now builds in someone besides Logan to report back on balls and strikes and outs.
I'm telling you, we were using her the whole time. People were like, all right, PJ, how many outs are there? All right, like what's the score? I mean, and that's
awesome.
And she was like accurate the whole time.
On it. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, and then we moved on to Friday. Friday night, a lot closer, a lot more stress.
Probably should have said to save some of the runs for tomorrow on Thursday night.
Right. We often say that. So yeah, we were down. Luke Harrison, let's start with that. Luke Harrison came out consistent, gave up some runs, but I think that if we hang with Luke, he almost gets better after the fourth inning.
He just needs to settle in a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to settle in. As long as we can keep it within 2 or 3 runs, that's manageable for this team to come back.
Yeah.
So,
I was actually going to go see. Because, he had how many walks? I'm clicking between tabs.
It was going 7 innings.
Yeah, 7 innings.
Matching his career best. He struck out 6 guys. And then what did he give up? He must have given up 3 runs.
That's 3.
Yeah.
And those were all early. Mm-hmm. Third inning and I think third and fifth. Mm-hmm. So, but I get what you're saying. I haven't been able to watch enough game 2s of the series to see Luke live outside of this weekend. But
early in the year, we were pulling him in the 4th. Because I think he was kind of but then it's we've noticed the last couple of games that if you ride him through the 4th, let him kind of work through it. And then I feel like he really settles in and can go 7, But anyways, love Luke Harrison. And then our boy Sam Cozart came in and just shut it down. Yeah. So that was great. Cozart, faced the minimum guys in his 3 innings. So it was just mowing guys down and struck out 3 of them. Defense was great behind him for sure. And then we went extra innings. Oh yeah. We tied. So we got 4 runs in the last 4 innings. That was huge. Mm-hmm. And then we go into extra innings. What happened during that, Jordan?
And then, so first off, Carson Tenney tied it up in the bottom of the 9th.
Yep.
So here, literally love down him. To, but then Ashton Larson singled down the left field line to score our game winner.
Yeah.
And what was it? Larson, he had, what did he do? Two hits.
Two hits.
2 hits and his 2 at-bats.
Okay. Nice.
That night. So,
he played
yeah.
well.
Played well.
And all the boys.
Awesome.
So yeah, Larson walked it off in the 10th. We won 4-3. And all the boys ran out to the Yeti yard. And
I know. I was like, wait, what about left field?
I know.
Hold on.
We're still
here.
We're out here.
Over here.
Usually run up to left field, and you usually climb the wall, and then you run up the grassy hill to us and to do the cannon. So maybe
Yeah,
we'll put that out there. They'll listen to us and then remember to do that.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was so fun. Yeah, good times. It was a really impressive Thursday and Friday. So, and I know Casey's going to tell us all about Saturday, which was also an interesting one.
Couldn't just let me keep my heart rate down.
No, we gotta stress this out 2 days in a row.
Yeah, Saturday was, almost like a carbon copy of Friday. I mean, probably. Score was very similar. We won 5-4 in that game. But Saturday's hero was Casey Borba, which is very apropos, if you will, because just everybody loves Casey and his parents and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But we once again came back from 3 down. That way we kind of, there was a little action. OU got up ahead early. Carson Tenney, though, got us right back in it with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd. And then it just kind of seemed to kind of be level there for a few innings. Mm-hmm. And then in the 6th, OU went up by another run. So we were like, okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. And we just kept battling back. We scored 1 run in the 7th, 1 run in the 8th. And then, of course, the game winner in the bottom of the 10th. And it very, in all of the drama that you could have with bases loaded and 2 outs and just, the crowd on their feet, yelling, screaming, all the good stuff that goes with the baseball game. And our pitching looks good again in that game. I felt like Dylan Volantis, Brett Crossland, Hayden LaFew, they all were all combined to, keep us in it. In my opinion, doing their part. Crossland went 2 1/3 innings, and then LaFew had a great 9th and 10th inning. I mean, he's sat down all of the 6 batters that he faced against OU. So that's, he did everything that was asked of him. And so those are the good things. Mm-hmm. So, it was exciting. It was exciting to sweep Oklahoma like that. And, because the Thursday night game, like y'all were all out there, kind of, I'm sure it was great to do it, but it, gets to be the whole hum. You're thinking, all right, whatever. And then all of a sudden the next 2 games were like full on, intense competition.
Yeah. It was awesome to see our guys, like our pitching did enough. Like you said, I think, that our starting pitchers went long enough, gave up a couple of runs, but enough to keep us in the game. And then it was really cool to see our hitters, really kind of dig deep and get some runs late in the game and get us back into it. So I just think it shows, like we've talked about before, a lot of heart in this team, a lot of never quit, never give up, confidence that they can come back and score these runs. Yeah, it's good.
Yep, I agree. So next up for us is in the SEC is South Carolina this weekend, and they do not have the best of records.
Right. Right.
Don't want to get complacent. Don't want to think that, that
everybody in the SEC is good. I mean, everybody's full talent. Everybody's good. So we can't just think, okay, we got this. Right.
Right.
So,
right.
For sure.
And especially when you're on the road, you definitely don't want to, you just have to definitely stay completely focused. And, and we're sitting atop the SEC along with Mississippi State and Georgia at 7-2. So you just, you don't want to not take advantage of, a situation, but you also don't want to take for granted a situation.
Right.
So that's kind of my point of view there.
I mean, and you don't even know about South Carolina, right? Because they just fired their coach.
Yeah.
Right. Paul Leary, who used to be the coach at LSU.
Yep. And was a great player at LSU. So, yeah.
So, I mean, you never know how that can impact a team. I mean, it could be it could be make them just get worse, or for whatever reason, it could refocus them and
I don't know.
Yep.
Get them behind somebody new. So again,
exactly.
everything is tough competition in the SEC. So
I agree. Yep.
okay. Okay, so we do around the horns.
Yeah. So baseball swept OU, one rival sweep. Softball almost swept A&M. It was close. I made it out there for the end of Saturday's game. I was like, the Thursday to Saturday, and then softball going Friday to Sunday. Mm-hmm. But I got Logan and I walked over, just stood on like those little risers out in left field, which is so smart and it's awesome. Like it was packed over there. It was so much fun.
Good.
But yeah, so softball also walk-off one on, was it both days or was it just Saturday?
Oh, maybe.
No, you're right. It was Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could read. But Saturday was fun too, just getting out there. Then Sunday, unfortunately, we lost to A&M, but it's okay. They won the series.
Yeah, they won the series.
Both teams beat their rivals. So softball is now 31-2.
Okay.
So they dropped that early one to Nebraska in one of those early tournaments, and then ripped off 29. Did I do that math right? 29 game win streak. So still freaking awesome.
Yeah, really impressive.
Yeah. So softball is in good hands. Reese Atwood was named Softball America's Defender of the Week. They also presented Reese, and this was a fun thing. And Becca was actually out there on Saturday. The AUSL is doing the golden tickets, which is an invitation to be drafted in the AUSL, the Athletes Unlimited Softball League. And they were out there and they presented Reese Atwood and Leanne Good with golden tickets at Saturday's game.
Cool.
Yeah. So
cool.
that was a fun little thing for the rivalry weekend.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. And then softball plays Alabama next.
Yes.
And Bama is pretty good. They're right behind Texas and OU in the SEC.
Yes.
So that should be a competitive game. Yeah. So go. I love it. Our Lady Longhorns are killing it. And our basketball team still going strong too. So we love these Lady Longhorns looking
still
good.
Got a lot to watch this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Also, our beach volleyball team got their first win over a number 1 team, beating UCLA over the weekend, which is super cool. I saw a bunch of highlights and things that they were hype. I mean, it was really a good environment. So they had 3 wins over top 10 teams in this 2-day tournament that they hosted. So we beat UCLA, number 1. We beat USC, which is number 3, and we beat Long Beach State, which is number 10. So that's kind of wild.
That feels like that's extra winning too, because those are all beachy California schools. They should be good at beach volleyball.
Exactly. That's what they do on their weekends.
I should have gone to watch some of that.
Yeah.
Since Texas was hosting. Dang.
I know. The environment was cool. It looked fun. All right. I also know you have some other random fun facts for us this time.
Oh, yeah. Fun fact. Well, I mean, I know that was mentioned earlier in the podcast about our men's swimming and diving winning a national championship over the weekend, and which they've won $1 million. But
$1 million.
The fun fact that I had is over the last 6 years, the Longhorns have won 14 NCAA titles and by 8 different programs. So we've had men's swimming and diving, men's golf, rowing, women's tennis, volleyball, softball, men's indoor track and field, and women's outdoor track and field. So it's pretty cool.
That is really crazy.
Yeah. But, I definitely am ready for one of the big 3s to step in there and win one now. No.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll of course take football and baseball first.
Yes. But yes, we will. Yeah. Yes. And then just little side notes for people that, know I like golf. We've got 3 of our women's golfers competing in the Augusta Women's Amateur this week. It's Wednesday through Saturday, so it will have started earlier in the week. But we've got Farrah O'Keefe, Lauren Kim, and Cindy Sue. I'm sure that's how you say it. Farrah O'Keefe is one of the top female amateurs in the country. So she's doing really well this year. So anyway, good luck to them and hope that they do well. And then on campus is the Texas Relays. So if you're down around campus and you're like, what's going on? That is what's going on.
Very busy. It brings in lots of people. Yeah.
Yes.
So if you don't like the extra crowds, then stay away from the campus area. In case you're working some relays, no? You have to.
I am doing, yes, on Thursday. Thursday, I'm helping with the fish fry, which is an annual event. That's just kind of a part of it. That's been part of the fish fry. I've been part of the Texas Relays for like 30 something years. So, or more than that, I'm sure. And so I'm helping with that. And then that's it. Then I'm heading to visit family for Easter weekend. So I'm not going to be there for the rest of the relays. So I'll leave that in good hands with my coworkers.
Very good.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And then you have another baseball kind of
last year. Yes. Last week when MLB started, I happened to catch this and I just find this fascinating. Is that the MLB is now this season is using the automated ball strike challenge. It's called the ABS challenge system this year. Minor leagues have been using it for a couple of years, so it's not brand new to people that go to games and all that kind of good stuff. But what this is a batter, a pitcher, or a catcher can challenge an umpire's call on a ball or strike. It has to be immediately. Like the minute it happens, they touch their helmet or touch their glove or whatever. I know a batter touches their helmet.
Okay.
And so I don't know what exactly what a pitcher or catcher does, but it's got to be quite, right then, and it's by them. And then the replay right then is shown on the video board. And so it's basically like what you see when you're watching games on TV, that box.
Yeah.
And they show it up there on the video board. So it's like everybody sees it. And it's basically, it's not like it's a judgment call. There's no judgment about it. It's like, okay, the ball was, it looked like it did hit the little corner. And, that's that. And coaches said that I read about that coaches were like, some were trying to like come up with their strategy of how to use it. Because it's, again, player driven. They're the ones that use it. And a team gets two challenges. And it's one of those things like volleyball where you win a challenge, you could keep it. You lose a challenge, you lose it. So, I don't know if it, like when I was telling Bart about it, he goes, oh, another thing to slow it down. I go, no, it's not going to slow anything down because it happens right then. It's like on the field, there's no movement. Umpires aren't moving around, going and looking at film or anything like that. So I don't know. It was used the very first game, a Yankee batter, and he was wrong. Like, ball was called a strike and he thought it was a ball and it was right on the edge.
Yeah.
So, but like, I don't know if a lot of other teams have been using it yet or not. But anyway, something to watch out for in the MLB when you're those that like to watch that.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how many batters, especially, batters I think often think that, umpires are wrong. So it'd be curious to see how often they do use this and then how often the umpires are correct actually and how often the umpires are so it'll be, I'm sure they'll have stats on it throughout the season.
Oh yeah. I bet they will.
To look at that. So also special shout out on Saturday, our good buddy Glenn hosted a delicious crawfish boil for us out there. And we had all the tortellonis. It was just good. We were also the second batch was the best because it got more spicy. And
that was so good. It's one of those like I had to walk away so I didn't just stand there and eat the whole time. Then I came back after the third batch and I was just like picking through whatever was left because it's so good.
I know. I did the same thing. I went over for the first batch, like immediately ate some and then walked away. Like literally had to walk across the street. And then like maybe while we were playing, I think it was like when I was like, I'm gonna take a break and
see what else we got over there.
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, this is delicious. So yeah, it was fun. And a nice way to, I don't know, just bring people together and have some extra added fun and delicious food in the left field. So it was great.
Yeah. And all you angry Cajuns, leave Glenn alone. Tortelloni belongs in a crawfish boil. Just
totally belongs in a crawfish boil.
Mind your own business.
Yeah. Don't knock it till you try it because then you're never going to.
That's what people were like coming over for. And so many of the, like, I feel like a lot of like, especially the ladies of the group, no one wants crawfish, but everyone will come over for the tortelloni.
And I'll say Denny, who is a legit Cajun and LSU guy, he was like, no. He was like, I don't care. He was like, I always say that Glenn is probably top 5 best boiler that I know. He was like, and I know a lot of people who freaking do a boil. He goes, so, you know, I'm going to give him lots of credit there.
Good. No, yeah, it was awesome. I think some of the softball girls even stopped by after and were picking up food on their way.
Oh, good. Good. I love that.
Yeah. So it was a good weekend. Right. It was so much fun.
Yeah. Well, we do not have a game this weekend. We play at South Carolina and then.
Which I will actually be going, well, Thursday and Friday anyway.
Oh, yeah. Good. Have fun.
Yeah.
Anybody else going from the crew?
Yes. So I know Cross, Logan, probably Brian, I think Forrest, and then Becca's actually coming in. Becca will be here Wednesday, and she's staying through the week. So she's going to come into Charlotte, and we'll hang out for a day and then drive out there together. So
fun.
That'll be good.
That'd be great.
I was like, I don't see you guys for 6 months, and then I jam 2 weekends together.
Yeah. Well, good. You guys get all the wins in South Carolina. That would be super fun.
I'm excited for kind of a chill weekend, and I'm sure you're excited for family for Easter, and we'll watch sports on TV, but because there's a lot going on TV. You know, we have, you said basketball, baseball, all kinds of good stuff, but it'll be nice just to kind of do it in a low key way. So
relaxed with sitting. Yeah,
exactly. So we will not see y'all in real life, but we will see you, you know, in the kind of sense of all that is like our, you know, that we love, and we'll see y'all in left field.
See you on left field.
That's right.